You wake up, stumble into the bathroom, glance in the mirror, and immediately notice something is off. Your face looks bigger. Not heavier exactly. Just swollen. Your eyes seem smaller than they did yesterday. Your cheeks look puffy. The sharpness around your jawline has disappeared. Somehow, overnight, it feels like your face has changed shape. And the frustrating part is that you don't even know why. Maybe you drank plenty of water yesterday. Maybe you avoided junk food. Maybe you went to bed at a reasonable hour and did everything you're supposed to do. Yet there it is. That bloated, swollen look staring back at you from the mirror. Most people assume this is just one of those things they have to live with. They tell themselves it will eventually go away on its own. Maybe in a few hours. Maybe by lunchtime. Maybe tomorrow. But what if that isn't actually the best way to think about it? The strange thing is that people tend to search for complicated solutions first. They start looking at expensive skincare products. They buy facial rollers. They collect tools, gadgets, devices, creams, serums, masks, and treatments. The beauty industry has become incredibly good at convincing people that every problem requires a product. But sometimes the solution isn't complicated at all. Sometimes it's surprisingly simple. Think about all the different reasons someone might wake up with a swollen face. For some people, it's salt. One restaurant meal and they look noticeably puffier the next morning. For others, it's alcohol. Even a small amount can leave their face looking swollen for hours after waking up. Some people notice it after a bad night's sleep. Others notice it after sleeping too much. Some wake up puffy when they're stressed. Some seem to carry facial swelling almost all the time, no matter what they do. The causes can be completely different, but the result looks remarkably similar. The face appears softer, heavier, less defined. And that's where something interesting happens. Most people understand that the circulatory system has a pump. Your heart constantly pushes blood throughout your body. But the lymphatic system works differently. The lymphatic system helps move excess fluid away from tissues, yet it doesn't have a powerful pump like the heart. Instead, it relies on things like movement, muscle activity, and other physiological mechanisms to keep fluid flowing. When that process slows down, fluid can accumulate. That's one reason a face can look swollen or puffy. Now here's where cold enters the picture. Cold temperatures cause blood vessels near the surface of the skin to constrict. That's a normal physiological response. It's the same reason your skin changes when exposed to cold weather. Because of that response, many people notice that cold exposure temporarily reduces the appearance of swelling and puffiness. And this is where a very simple beauty practice became popular. You fill a bowl with cold water and ice. Not cool water. Not slightly chilled water. Actually cold water with ice floating in it. Then you lower your face into the bowl. The first few seconds are a shock. Every instinct tells you to pull away immediately. The cold feels intense. Your skin wakes up instantly. Your entire body suddenly becomes very aware of what you're doing. But if you stay there briefly and then come back up, something interesting often happens. You look in the mirror again. The swelling appears reduced. Your face may look tighter. Your features may seem more defined. Your eyes often look more awake. Many people describe the effect as looking more refreshed, more alert, and less bloated almost immediately afterward. That's one reason cold water facial plunges became so popular in parts of East Asia, particularly within beauty and skincare communities. The appeal isn't that it's glamorous. It's actually the opposite. There's nothing luxurious about dunking your face into a bowl of ice water first thing in the morning. It's uncomfortable. It's inconvenient. And that's probably why so many people ignore it. We live in a culture that constantly tells us every problem requires a complicated answer. If your skin looks tired, buy this. If your face looks puffy, purchase that. If you want better results, add 3 more products to your routine. More products. More steps. More money. More complexity. But every now and then, something comes along that reminds us simplicity still has value. A bowl. Water. Ice. No batteries. No subscription. No luxury packaging. Just a basic physical stimulus that can create a visible difference for many people. Of course, it isn't magic. It won't permanently change your face. It won't solve every cause of swelling. And persistent or unusual facial swelling can sometimes have underlying medical causes that deserve professional attention. But for ordinary morning puffiness, many people are surprised by how effective something so simple can feel. What makes the practice interesting isn't just the result. It's the fact that almost nobody wants to do it. The moment your skin touches that freezing water, your brain starts negotiating. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe later. Maybe after coffee. Maybe there's an easier way. But that's usually how simple solutions work. They're not difficult because they're complicated. They're difficult because they're uncomfortable. And discomfort is something most people spend their lives trying to avoid. So the next time you wake up, walk into the bathroom, and see that swollen face staring back at you from the mirror, maybe don't immediately start searching for another expensive product. Maybe don't assume you need a brand new routine. Maybe all you need is a bowl, some ice, and 60 seconds. The code doesn't care about marketing. It doesn't care about trends. It doesn't care how much money you spend. It's simple. It's uncomfortable. And sometimes, that's exactly why it works.